When you think of Tuscany, you think of rolling hills peppered with those iconic Tuscan cypress trees. You're not wrong. But there's also a different Tuscany. The Maremma. This woodland, sitting on the elevation bordering the Tyrrhenian Sea, is known for a different tree, the oak. There are oaks everywhere around here. Even the accommodation where I'm staying is called simply the Oaks, like Querci. Maremma is also known for the Maremmano dog breed. And Butteri, its historic cowboys. But that's not all. This is Italy, and you're never too far from great wine. And this time, it's the local powerhouse, Ciliegiolo. Great wine has to go hand in hand with great food. And for that, we picked Pitigliano. Pitigliano is one of Maremma's tuff cities. Tuff being a type of rock made of volcanic ash. A short drive through the lush, wooded countryside. And there we are before the city walls. Camouflaged by hanging clothes, the restaurant is an amazing place. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you whether it's built on the rock, carved into the rock, or the combination of the two. But the view you get from the terrace is amazing. Food, well, you know the drill. Well, maybe I have a little space left for a small dessert. Day 2, a visit to another tough city, Sano, and its 16th century Orsini fortress. Strategically perched up above the town of Sano, the Orsini fortress offers some great views of the surrounding area. And if 16th century fortresses are your thing, you can even get a room here, because a part of the fortress has been converted into a hotel. We're here for the Ciliegiolo presentation. And it's a big deal here. Even the local politicians get involved. A couple of photos for lasting memory. And off we go to taste some of that Ciliegiolo from a very, very extensive list.
Presidente, I'd like to know, for somebody, we're lucky, we're here in Toscana. I mean, look at this. But for somebody who's not here and who likes Tuscan wines, how would you define Ciliegiolo?
Well, Ciliegiolo is a very peculiar grape variety. It's a wine that, as the name says, it tastes like cherry. So I think the most important character of the Ciliegiolo is that it's very pleasant. It's very approachable. It's a wine that everybody can love.
So how does it differ from, I mean, most people are familiar with Brunello and Chianti.
Yep.
There is a bit of Ciliegiolo sometimes in Chianti, right?
Yes.
Okay. How does it differ from Brunello and Chianti?
Generally, I would say that, first of all, Ciliegiolo has been a bit everywhere in Tuscany as a complement to the Sangiovese and other indigenous varieties. So it's an indigenous variety all over Tuscany, and not only. And it differs from the rest, from the others, basically from Sangiovese, which is the main grape of both Chianti, Classico, and Brunello. It has probably less depth, but it's more open, more round, and more fruity.
And what would you pair it with?
Well, it's a very flexible wine to me. Any kind of pasta and cheese, not too aged. I think it's a good pairing, as well as ham, or it's a good wine as an aperitif. Also, it can be served.
Yeah.
Unlike the others, like Sangiovese, it's a wine that can be served slightly chilled. Just a little cooler than another, and it's super fantastic.
Yeah, so it has its own purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said a perfect word. I think it's a friendly wine.
And to round off our appointment with this friendly wine, a brisk walk from Fortezza Orsini down to Sano proper is just perfect. Sano isn't easy on the eye little town, but at the same time, incredibly quiet on Sundays. Time to go back to the fortress and Ciliegiolo.